Hello student. Science second chapter, life process in living organism, part 1. Next topic is cell division. I told you that there are two type of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis takes place in somatic cell and stem cell, and while the meiosis takes place in the germ place. Before any type of cell division, cell doubles up its chromosome number present in its nucleus. You know that there are chromosomes present in the nucleus of the cells. There are chromosomes are present in pair in 2n form. So before the cell division, in any type of cell division, the cells doubles up its chromosome number present in the nucleus. That is, if chromosome number is 2n, it double to 4n. A pair of each type of chromosomes is present in 2n condition. A pair of in cells, a pair of each type of chromosome present in the 2n condition. Whether single chromosomes of each type is present in the n condition, and in your book there is given the structure of chromosome, which is dumbbell shape. It has two arms, P arm and Q arm, and both arms are divided by the constricted portion that is called as the centromeres. And in the chromosomes there are DNA, and chromosomes are made up of DNA. Means when you cell division takes place, there is a division of chromosomes also. So first cell division is mitosis. As already I told you that mitosis takes place in somatic cell and stem cell. Mitosis is completed through two main steps. There are two main steps in mitosis. There are two main steps in mitosis. First one is called as the karyokinesis or nuclear division, and second one is called as the cytokinesis and cytoplasmic division. I told you in mitosis there are two steps. In mitosis there are two steps. First step is called as karyokinesis or nuclear division. Second step is called as cytokinesis or cytoplasmic division. Now first one is the karyokinesis. Karyokinesis is completed through four steps. Karyokinesis completed through four steps. First step is called as prophase, second step is called as metaphase, third is called as the anaphase, and fourth is called as telophase. Mitosis takes place in two steps, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis is completed through four steps: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. You know that there is a cell. This is the cell. In this cell, this is a center. This is called as the nucleus. In nucleus, chromosomes are present. So in prophase step, condensation of thread-like chromosomes takes place. As you know, have you already studied that the chromosomes are having the thread-like structures. So in the prophase steps, condensation of chromosomes starts. Due to this, they become short and thick. Due to this, chromosome becomes short and thick, and they start to appear along with their pair of sister chromatids. Look, in first diagram, the chromosomes are not appearing. You can means you can't see the chromosome in the nucleus. As the cell division start, prophase start, the cells chromosome start condensing. Due to that, they become short and thick, and they'll start appearing. As you can say, their chromosomes are seen in the nucleus. They are starting appearing in the nucleus. In nucleus, there is a structure. This one, this is structure. This one, this is called as the centroids. Now, when chromosome appears in the nucleus by condensation, the centroids duplicate. There is one centroid, its duplicate, one centroid. Duplicate means from one centroid, two centroids are produced. And each centroids move opposite poles of the cell. Each centroids move opposite side. They go to the opposite side of the both of the nuclear cell, and nuclear membrane start disappearing. Prophase. In prophase, now nuclear membrane started disappearing. Once again, I am telling you what happened in the prophase. In prophase, condensation of chromosomes start. Due to this, they become short and thick, and they start to appear along with their pair of sister chromatids. The centroid is present in the cell duplicates, means from one it becomes two centroids, and both centroids move to the opposite poles of the cells, and disappearing of nucleolus means nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane. This start disappearing. Now second step is metaphase. In metaphase, nuclear membrane completely disappears. See, you can't see the nucleus membrane. In metaphase, nuclear membrane, yani nucleolus, completely disappears, and condensation of chromosomes completed, and the chromosomes are clearly visible in the new cells along with their sister chromatids. All the chromosomes arrange parallel to each other in equatorial plane. See, like that. All the chromosomes arrange parallel to the equatorial plane, means central plane of the cell. A special type and there are, you can see there are one centroid is this side and one centroid is this side. After that, a special type of flexible protein fiber, that is also called as the spindle fibers, are formed between the centromere of each chromosomes and both centroids. I told you that special type of flexible protein fibers or spindle fibers are formed between the centromere of each chromosomes and both centroids. See, this is the centromere of, so a fiber developed from this centroids to the centromere of this, and here centroid to centromere of centroids of this, from this to this, like that. Spindle fibers developed between the centromere of each chromosomes and both centroids. Now next step is anaphase. Anaphase. In anaphase, centromeres splits. Chromosome centromere split in centromeres divided into two parts. That's why sister chromatids of each chromosome separates. Centromere split, अलग हो जाता है centromere. That's why the sister chromatids of each chromosomes separate from each other, and they are apart in opposite direction, pulled apart in opposite direction with the help of spindle fibers. These separated chromatids are called as the daughter chromosomes. Daughter chromosomes. Chromosomes being pulled appear like a bunch of banana. The chromosomes which are pulled to opposite side of the cell, they looks like a bunch of banana. In this way, each set of chromosomes reach at the two opposite pole of the cell. Each set of chromosomes reach to the two opposite pole of the cells. Now, next step is the telophase. In this step, as you know that chromosomes are reach opposite side of the pole of the cell, now they start to decondense, due to which they again become thread-like structure and invisible. When two in telophase, when two chromosomes reach to the opposite side of the poles, they now started to decondense, due to which they again become thread-like structure and become invisible. Now nuclear membrane is started forming around the set of chromosomes which are reached at the poles. Like that, the two nuclei is formed in the cell. Means two nucleus is formed in the cell. And nucleolus appears in each daughter nucleus, and spindle fibers are also completely disappear. In this way, karyokinesis is completed. Now, second step of mitosis is cytokinesis. In cytokinesis, now you can see that in karyokinesis, those two nucleus are formed. In cytokinesis, the cytoplasm which are present in the cell divide into two parts. In this process, a notch is formed between the equatorial plane of the cell. See, a notch is formed like that. A notch is formed between the equatorial plane of the cell, which gets deepens gradually. Gradually it goes on deepening. Thereby, two cells are separated each other and two new daughter cells are formed. However, in the case of plant cell, instead of notch, in the plant cell, instead of notch, a cell plate is formed exactly along the mid-rhizome cell. Thus, the cytokinesis is completed and two cells, daughter cells, are formed. In this way, mitosis is completed in the body of living organism. This mitosis is essential for the growth of body. It is necessary for restoration of emaciated body, wound healing, and formation of blood cells, etc. Now, second cell division is the meiosis. That is, I told you, it takes place in the germ cell. Meiosis is completed through two stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis is completed through two stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 1, recombination crossing and or crossing over occurs between the homologous chromosomes. Thereafter, those homologous chromosomes are divided into two groups and thus two haploid cells are formed. In meiosis 1, in meiosis 1, recombination or crossing overs occur between the homologous chromosomes. Then the homologous chromosomes are divided into two groups, thus two haploid cells are formed. In meiosis 1 also takes place in the four step: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. See in your diagram is given meiosis 1, meiosis part 1. It has four steps: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and telophase 1. The prophase 1 has 5 steps. In meiosis 1, prophase 1 has 5 steps. There is a question in your book: explain the 5 steps in prophase of meiosis 1. So there are 5 steps in prophase of meiosis 1. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. First step is called as the leptotene. Second is called as the zygotene. Third is called as the pacetine. Fourth is called as the diplotene. And fifth is called as the dikinesis. What happens in the leptotene? First step is called as the leptotene. Prophase of meiosis 1. In prophase of meiosis 1, first one is called as the leptotene. In leptotene, chromosomes start condensing. They become compact during the leptotene. They are become visible. In zygotene, the homologous chromosomes start pairing. Homologous chromosome means in the pair there are same type of chromosomes. That is called as the homologous chromosome. So in zygotene, homologous chromosomes start pairing to each other. This pair is called as the synapsis. This like that. They start pairing. This pair is called as the synapsis. In packeting, in packeting stage, these homologous chromosomes start crossing over each other. They cross over each other. During the packeting stage, crossing over of non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosomes takes place. That's why genetic recombination is produced due to such exchange. And homologous chromosomes still remain paired together at the site of crossing over. In the diplotene, during the diplotene, the homologous chromosomes are bivalent separate. They separate each from each other except at the point of crossing. The homologous chromosomes get separated from each other except at the point of crossing. Thus, it looks like X-shaped structure that is called as the chiasmata. That is called as the chiasmata. In dikinesis, this is the last phase of prophase. The spindle fiber originated and cross over these spindle fibers originated and they cross over homologous chromosomes now get separated. Now nucleolus start disappearing and the next is the like metaphase 1 as you see in the mitosis, then anaphase, then telophase 1 like in mitosis, and two haploid cells are formed like that. When two haploid cells are formed, then it goes to the meiosis 2. In meiosis 2 is like a mitosis. In this, there is a prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And after its meiosis 2 is completed, four haploid cells are formed like that. Four haploid cells are formed. I told you meiosis is just like a mitosis. In this stage, two haploid daughter cell form, which are formed in the meiosis 1, undergo division, recombination, and four haploid daughter cells are formed. The process of gamete production and spore formation occurs by the process of meiosis. In this type of cell division, four haploid daughter cells are formed from diploid 2n cell. During this cell division, crossing over occurs between the homologous chromosomes. Therefore, genetic recombination occurs. Due to this, all the four types of cells are genetically different from the parent cell, and also they are different from each other. In this way, in your chapter is completed. There is one practical in your book which you have to see the cells by the microscopes. So some question is asked in your book for using your brain power. What do you mean by the diploid and or 2n cell? What do you mean by the diploid 2n cell? Already told you this. In cell, chromosomes numbers are double. They are in the pair. That is called as the diploid cell. Male and gamete unite together in the process of fertilization. Their chromosomes mix together and zygote is formed. Therefore, chromosomes are always in diploid form and in 2n form. That is 2n cell. What do you mean by the haploid cells? The cells with only one set of chromosomes is known as the haploid cells. What do you mean by the homologous chromosomes? As you know that chromosomes are in pair. If in every pair two chromosomes are alike, then that chromosomes are called as the homologous chromosomes. Whether the gamete are diploid or haploid and why? The gametes are diploid because by meiosis they give rise to gametes which are haploid one. Two haploid gametes undergo fertilization and zygote is formed, becomes once again diploid 2n. Therefore, the gametes are diploid. How the haploid cells are formed? Diploid cell undergoes the meiosis. By the process of meiosis, haploid cells are formed. What is the importance of haploid cell? During the reproduction, haploid cells are formed, which undergo fertilization, then again diploid cells is formed. In this way, this chapter is completed. Okay, thank you.